She's a prayer warrior, down on her knees, wrestling with powers and principalities.
Welcome back to Prayer Warrior Show. Today in the studio we have David Wabua, a student at Kenyatta University who is an engineer. And you can join our discussion on our social media platforms, YouTube, that is Champions TV Kenya, Facebook, Champions TV Kenya, our Instagram, Champions TV Kenya, and also our Twitter handle, Champions TV Kenya. Wabua, you can maybe tell us, apart from pursuing engineer at university or a higher institution, do we have any other course a student can pursue?
Yeah, we have other courses a student can pursue. We have different schools. They are called schools in campus. We have School of Education where you can pursue different programs. There is Bachelor of Science. There is Bachelor of Arts. It will depend with the subject you did better in. You did well in high school. Also, we have School of Hospitality. We have School of Pure and Applied Science. We have School of Law, we have School of Medicine, and many other programs. So in university, we have many courses a student can pursue depending on their career and their passion.
Wow. And I have a comment here. Yes. A student is asking, which were your favorite subjects?
In high school, the subject which I used to do well in high school, I can say they are sciences. I think in part 1 of our show, I said I did my KCSE 2 times. The reason was I wanted to pursue mass communication, but I never did well in the languages. I got C+, both on the 2 languages, but I did well in sciences. That is chemistry, physics, biology, and maths, which is also put in the category of sciences when it comes to campus now.
Okay. Yes. And I have somebody else, a comment from Ben Mutua, who is saying that Ben Mutua is from Umoja. He is inquiring of, he wants to pursue medicine. Yes. And he's asking which subject is supposed to do well. Now
in medicine, it's hard to say in medicine the subject they will consider, but medicine being one of the programs in the university which they mention in sciences, you have to do well in biology, which is the main subject which you have to do well in your KCSE, and also chemistry. Physics is not that much. It's not needed in medicine. But you have to have some knowledge of it because some of the things in chemistry and the physics, they go hand in hand. So you'll have to do well in the sciences and also the languages. You have to do well. But also, we cannot leave the part of humanities out because you have to do well in humanities for you to get the cut point, the cluster points for pursuing medicine. Because most of the universities, they take the students who are qualified for medicine. Most of them, they are airplanes to get that chance to be taken by the COOPs. That is the organization or the body that places students to campuses to pursue different courses.
I have another comment here. This is Jane Nyabura, who is asking, she wants to pursue to be an air hostess. And now she's asking, what am I supposed to do?
When in Canvas, what I can say, there are many things you can do, but now to say what she should do, she has to pass the exams, but I can't say you have to do any well in this subject or this subject. Some programs you will need just the good grade, that is either C+ and above, but they will mention a certain subject. But most of the times, you'll find languages are when you are going to any program or any course, you are dealing with common mwananchi, you will have to make sure that you are very good in communication and how you welcome these people. Your character, personality, not really personality, but how you approach a person. That's many courses, and that's even comes in even in the other courses, not even the course you want to do, but everything, communication and how you approach people is very good. Is a good thing someone should think of to change if you think there is a place you need to change. But now to advise, these are the subject. I don't have main subject for someone who want to pursue that course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And now our last comment is somebody without a name.
Yeah.
The comment read that last term he had a B, but now he wants to have, I think, is it A? What can the person do to achieve the goals?
One of the things I can say if someone wants to achieve a goal is that one thing you should sit down. If he had a B, there's those subjects that he had done well in terms of the grade he had, and also there are those which meant him not to get this A at that point. So now he or she she's planning to get an A. So one thing she should identify the subject she failed. That is, for example, I'll give an example of chemistry. Let's say, for example, she got chemistry B minus, and she knows well that she can get even a C, A minus or A plain. One thing she should do, or he should do, is to make sure she identify the subject that she failed during the last term, and now after that she can work hard and also remember the subject that she had passed, he had passed, not to neglect them when it comes to revision. So he or she should make sure that she balances the two, the one that she passed and the one that she failed, so that she can make sure that she achieves the best. So for example, if she has like 3 subjects that she got a B minus, she can purpose to get those, or she got 70 in 3 subjects, but she can aim to get 85 and achieve the aim. One thing I can say, you work with the points of weakness. So when you find your weakness, in specialization, normally say, like, if you know the problem, now coming out with the solution is not an issue. Coming out with a solution when you know the problem is not an issue. So because the problem is that there is a subject that failed her or him to get this B minus, this B, she can now work on that weakness, that subject that she failed, and she can achieve this. It's very possible and easy to achieve what you want to achieve by just making sure that you identify your point of weakness so that you can strengthen it to do better. Yes.
And maybe you can share with viewer some of the methods that you used so that you could do well in your exams.
One thing I can say is that to the viewer is that one thing you have to identify your points, as I have said in the last comment, that you have to identify your weakness, and the moment you identify your weakness, you can do better. One thing I did, I started working hard and withdrew myself from some of the people I used to work with. Somebody identify and find that these people are not, this person is like joking around with academics. So such people you should avoid. Or if you can't change them, leave them. That's what another quote I read somewhere says, if you can't change them, leave them. Because the last minute you will be the one who will be changed by them. So one thing I can advise someone who is failing or who is not doing well in academics, or a parent who is there with a child who is not doing well in academics. One thing, encourage the child. That some they need just an encouragement, not that they can't do better. They can do better, but they need somebody to encourage them. They need somebody to tell them this is the thing and this is how it's done. Some they do mistake because they don't know how it's done. So one thing that I can encourage our viewers is that make sure that you identify your points of weakness. Then, like for example, let's say we are talking with a high school student. You identify, you find that I'm failing this subject and this subject. Make sure you work with on that subject that you are failing. That is the best moment you can start improving your grade and you do better in your academics. Not even in academics, even in life. You need to identify your points of weakness. Is it a lack of commitment? Let's say it's just like a job. You need to be committed to what you are doing. The moment you start being committed and having confidence on what you are doing, that confidence gives you a clear way, a breakthrough to do it. Because even if there will come challenges, yeah, I can say in my academics there are many challenges. Because one of the things, when I was going back, I went to a day school, a very low day school. That by that 2012, I remember the first person who, the first lady in that, it was a day school, a mixed day school. So she had a B minus, and for me, I was going back in that high school with a B plane. So I had to overcome this challenge of fear that if this person got a B minus and I'm coming here with my B plane, there is near possibility of getting a C plus with that B plane, and I fail. That will be a failure. So you have to overcome these challenges and now commit yourself to work hard and do better. That I think what I can tell our viewer. And let's say now there is a parent sitting down watching this show. We have to make sure that if you have every student or every child is special, he can do better, and he can achieve that goal as a parent you have for your child. So encourage the child and make sure that you don't discourage the child. I can say any moment you give the child a chance and you tell them you can do better, even if they come home with a D, they come home with 20 marks out of 100, encourage them and tell them you can do better. And now get involved in what they do and get to know what your children are doing. That is one of the things you'll encourage your children. And one day they will say that I was guided, I was directed. You'll be a mentor to your children. That is what I can advise for someone who is seated, fail in not doing well in whatever. It doesn't mean whether it doesn't matter whether it's academics or a job or anything that you are pursuing. You have to work and commit and identify those points of weakness that you can work from there and do better. Yes.
Great. Thank you for watching us. And because you are watching us, know that you are a prayer warrior. And Wambua is an example of a student who is a prayer warrior pursuing engineering. Till next time, for now, bye-bye.
She's a prayer warrior, down on her knees, wrestling with power and principalities.